All right, here we are. Game number 2. Ugh. This hand's not good. Arlinn Court is not actually that powerful, and Spirit of the Hunt usually isn't going to be good by itself. I think this is it wouldn't be crazy to keep this, but I think it's better to mulligan. And this is bad. So if we keep, we'll get a scribe, but then we're just skipping our draw step and then seeing what's on top. I don't really want to mulligan to 5. The upside of this hand is we have 15 lands that we can draw to make this hand quite good. Like turn 2 Ulvenwald Captive into other stuff is kind of nice. So I'll have essentially a scry and a draw step to find an untapped land. There's only 15 of them. Don't actually like our odds that much. If we were on the draw, I think I would keep this. But because we're on the play, I think it's too likely that we're stuck on one land, so I'm going to mulligan again. And this is awful. So I guess I'll put that on top. And I mean, if we just run off some lands and cast Collected Company on turn 4, maybe we'll be in this game. But certainly not a good start, especially against a black-based removal deck that's going to kill all of our stuff. It's going to be Transgress. Yeah, it's real bad. Oh, this is the worst. Yup. You know, it almost would have been worth it to just concede there. Because if my opponent had to take a guess, he'd probably assume that I'm on a red-green ramp deck. And he would board out a lot of his removal and languishes. This Hermit does have some good utility against these control decks, but with the pace of this game, that utility is going to not be of value. So I'm just going to cast it as essentially the sacrifice to the first removal spell. Sure. I really need land and well, I guess I just flip this thing and see what my opponent does. This is where it'd be like amazing. Oh wow, it doesn't have the -2/-1 anymore? Oh yeah, of course not, it's my opponent's turn. Lol. But this is like a moment where, you know, my opponent may go for like a Grasp in Darkness. I can blow him out with either of my Anthem effects, but it's not the case here. My opponent doesn't have a land, which I guess is good news for me. You dirty dog. And it's kind of gross. Guess I'll deny my opponent the ability to activate his Liliana. Not exciting. Oh, this game is going horribly. I hope my opponent has a bunch of 4-mana spells in his hand and never draws a land. Wow. So that Liliana's going to die. That's pretty cool. I do like that. Suppose my opponent could have a dead weight here to keep his Liliana from dying. Dead weight? No, no dead weight. Ooh, and I even got a thing. So, let's see. So I can kill the Liliana, and I can even... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kill the Liliana. And I guess I should just do this now so that my opponent won't have an opportunity to grasp in darkness the spirit. And then, I mean, this coming out with haste as a 5/4 is kind of sweet. Oh, never mind. Oh well. See, this is why we can't have nice things. Really, this is why we just can't mulligan. An Arlinn Chord would be really nice on this upcoming turn. Or a Collected Company. But both those cards with 2 Howlpack Resurgences be quite nice. Is Anguish Unmaking? Yep. And if I could untap with Duskwatch Recruiter, I could, you know, kind of dig out of my mulligan deficit. This is Obnixilis. No! No! I mean, we gotta play it. Cinder Glade. It's not like holding it's gonna do anything, especially when we do have 5 mana creatures in our deck. Oh, this is not going well. This opponent has a grasp in hand. So we could do it now, and if we hit a one of these guys, we could kill the Obnixilis. But I think it's better to... Well, a lot of times these decks actually have Hallowed Moonlight. So... guess I'm more worried about Languish and the activation of these things killing stuff, so... I'm just going to hold the Collected Company and hope that this works out well for me. All right, grasp number 2. Sure. It's a good chance that I can, you know, kill one Planeswalker if I want. We could get some creatures that don't die to Grasp in Darkness. That would be nice. And we got 2 creatures that will not die to Grasp, so that is pretty sweet. Two 5/5s. Oh! Alright, so... I think that... I think I need to send both at Obnixilis. Even though that means you can just save... Yeah, I'll send both at Obnixilus. I want to make sure that Obnixilus dies. Could have also attacked him down to 1. That would have been pretty good too. I have I have 2 of these guys left in my deck. That would be a really nice hit off this. That's part of the reason I didn't attack my opponent down to 1, because I know he has 2 grasps, so he can just keep himself at a comfortable life total, minus his Obnixilus, activate his Sorin, and then like the damage I dealt to him would have been basically irrelevant. Wow, still revealing. So the second collected company though could do some good work. Oh man. My opponent has Languish mana open. So he hasn't activated Liliana. I think I just have to lose my Pacifist, and that's just the way it's going to go. Come on, give me something good. Please give me something good. And I did get 2 things that don't die to grasp, but my opponent does have 2 grasps to make use of. So if my opponent ultimates this, he gets 16, 1/1. Yeah, I don't think I can let that happen. Guess I go after Sorin. Be nice to just kill Liliana, but kind of priced into this. Now, if my opponent has Languish, wow, he's going to do it that way? That's kind of interesting. I guess considering my opponent is so up on cards, it doesn't matter that much. And with like 1 Languish and a removal spell, he can clean up both my creatures, including the Liliana. Wow, that did not... I wonder if he has another Sorin. That seems like not the most efficient thing. But if he has another Sorin, he probably just drew it. I feel like that would make sense. And now if I had another one of these, oh man, that would be good. We're probably in concession territory. See what I draw. Yeah, we're conceding. Okay. So it's a situation where I was pretty happy that I had the Arlinn cores instead of just a random removal spell. But now that we're here, I think that the Resurgences can come out. Bring in another one of these because it protects our guys from sweepers. And Partisans are good against the mono removal. Then another Arlinn. And that should be good. We're obviously a little soft to a turn 4 Kalidas. But I don't know, we just can't beat like everything in their deck. And I think it's important that we're good against all the removal. First and foremost, if the Kalidas comes too late, we may just have such a big board presence that we can overwhelm it. So if we see Kalidas and then we're on the draw, I may consider. Actually, these Ulrichs probably don't. This isn't really a matchup that's about me having a individually big threats. I think it's going to be more about me just swarming. Whew, man. See, this is the problem with brewing a deck, is it's unclear how you're supposed to sideboard a lot of the times. I think I want these two things when I'm on the play. Maybe on the draw, I'll want 2 Moonlight Hunts. There we go. That's a hand. Double red, double green. All my mana comes into play untapped. A 2-drop, multiple 3-drops. One with haste even. That's the way to do it. And with an oh wow. So normally I would like to play the Ulvenwald Captive to develop my mana. But I think I'd rather go just play the Pacifist. If it flips, it's going to be insane. And with the way my curve's set up, I don't actually have like a good way to make use of the Captive. The haste creature can also be quite good going after planeswalkers. But, ugh. It's unfortunate. And I think here I'll just play this. No. Yeah, we'll play this. If I draw a land, slamming the collected company is great. Time to play Ulvenwald Captive is kind of past. And that's a good reason not to play Ulvenwald Captive and just bet on casting company on the following turn. Does he have a 2-mana removal spell? Oh, he might have ultimate price. If I play the captive there and my opponent, what is this? Sure. This is actually really annoying because my opponent's going to get the 2/2, which is going to protect his Obnixlos for a turn. Oh well. Nothing I can really do about that. Land, come on. No. So there's a little bit of tension. The upside to having Ulvenwald captive on turn 2 is really high. And having the Ulvenwald captive allows me to lower my land count, or excuse me, raise my creature count, which is particularly useful for Collected Company, while still having a lot of mana in my deck. But this is definitely one of the situations where this, just is not playing out in a beneficial way. So I should be able to kill Ob-Nixilis here, unless my opponent plays another Liliana. If my opponent plays Liliana here, that's going to be really annoying. Man. Shouldn't have said anything. Ugh. This Oath of Liliana is doing work here. So I'm really hoping my opponent casts Languish here. That would be one of the best possible things. Oh, no. Not that. Oh. Gross. That was not good. And here, I don't even want to play this other spirit. No, I just have to play the other spirit. Oh, man. Now this Arlinn core is looking real bad. I really needed my opponent to cast Languish there. My opponent had cast Languish there. I might have been able to just like kill him. Yeah, a little late. Oh man. Yeah, if my opponent had cast Languish, I just... Or no, I only would have gotten him to 2. But still. I mean, I guess I cast the Arlinn Chord anyway. It's like obviously not even that good. Would have been great last turn. This looks like the Lucas Blohan PT winning deck list. Which is quite good. Well, the good news is maybe my Arlinn won't die. And I'll be able to get more than just a +2/+2 out of it. I wonder if this means my opponent has another Ob-Nixilis. Or Sorin. It's also pretty bad. My opponent's going to get a 2/2 zombie as a chump blocker. Opponent is up to 19. Would have been really nice if we had drawn a 4th land on time. Instead, we just had this Ulvenwald captive rotting in our hands. And we did have the opportunity to play it on turn 2, but... Ooh, a haste creature. Oh, man. But it's a 3/2, and this is only a 1/2. Man. Nothing is working. Guess I can try to play this and play this next turn. All right, we are things are not going well. And this only triggers off of instant and sorcery, so it's not like Liliana plussing targeting my Silverfur is gonna do anything. Okay, another Sorin on the way. I was gonna have to worry about this Liliana flipping, or ultimating, I should say. Oh. Too much to slog through. Anthem effect would have actually been really good this game. For the +1/+1 and the trample. Ooh, so this means if he attacks with both, this might be able to hit the Liliana. Which is, oh no, because Gideon came into play. Alright, we're just, we're done here.